Dan Quinn and the Washington Commanders are bringing in a very familiar face to at least Dan Quinn. Michael Gallup, a wide receiver formerly of the Dallas Cowboys, also spent a little bit of time with the Las Vegas Raiders. Did not play. I believe he retired last season, but is now back. And what I wanted to do in this video was break down a little bit of what Michael Gallup brings to the Commanders, what he adds, but more importantly, why I think this is a cool addition, right? Obviously, spent some time with Dan Quinn in Dallas from, I believe, 2021 to 2023, before ultimately leaving and then, retiring for a split second. But look at this route here. I like his ability to manipulate defenses by watch. When he starts his route, he's going to be into a jog and then boom, full sprint around the edge, creates that separation here on Jair Alexander, who's a very good DB, right? Again, jog, 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 go, right? Break. Very good in and out of his routes, creating separation, and once again, you'll see him at the bottom of your screen. Fits into this defensive zone extremely well in the dig over the middle. Really knows how to exploit zone coverages. I mean, you see right here, gets behind the cloud flat and then boom, breaks over the middle, wide open, and boom, there he goes. Now, since tearing his ACL back in, I believe, 2022, I want to say, he's been, getting back into that productive state since then, before retiring in 2024. However, his best season came in 2020 when I believe he had upwards of like 843 yards, 5 touchdowns. Since then, it's been a lot of the same consistency wise, like 400 yards in 2021, 400 yards in 2022, and 400 yards in 2023. But overall, this is a guy that's not going to be asked to be wide receiver 1. He's not going to be asked to be a wide receiver 2. Quite frankly, he might not even be asked to be wide receiver 3. This is depth, this is potential, and this is someone who knows how Dan Quinn runs a team defensively, right? Not offensively, but already knows the face, already knows how he is as a coach. And I think, obviously, this right away, we knew that when he was coming out of retirement, Dan Quinn was probably going to be someone that came knocking on his door, and he did. Now, here's another quick play I like. You got press coverage, little bit of, straight on leverage, no inside or outside. But look at this. Once that initial release, once he sees this DB plant that outside foot into the ground, now we know he got that inside release. He's got a great job getting off this thing. Boom, right? Quick over the middle. Ball's already out, right? He's not afraid to go through contact, right? So he's not a guy that's going to be like, hey, don't throw me the ball over the middle of the field. I don't want to get cracked. No, he actually welcomes contact here, takes it very well, gets back up, and this was actually one of his first games back in the playoffs, I believe, as well. It had over a 100-yard game, was very reliable in this one, and obviously knows the division very, very well on day one. Now, for a Commanders team that already has Scary Terry, already has Deebo Samuel and Luke McCaffrey, and re-signed KJ Osborne and Noah Brown, you still got, or I think they bring in Chris Moore, or maybe he was already there, but Michael Gallup is easily probably the 4th best wide receiver, 5th best wide receiver on this team. I could definitely make an argument that I like KJ Osborne and Noah Brown a little bit more, but at the very least, it's a low risk, high reward type of situation with Michael Gallup, who runs, dig routes, in routes, slant, shallow crosses very, very well. He's got good height at 6'1", 29 years old, only about 198 pounds, not bad at all. But this is a guy I like. This is a guy that I think could definitely help out the Commanders, even if he's wide receiver 5 or 6. That is insane depth at the position, and they need it. At the very least, he's depth. At the very most, I think he's maybe wide receiver 4, maybe wide receiver 3 come week 5 of the season. Low risk, high reward. I like it for the Commanders. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.